Good morning, Wellspring. Good morning, people out there in Zoom land. Hope you're all happy and healthy and enjoyed the rain last night. I don't know, you Texas people, you get rain all the time, but not around here. My name is Judy Bethman, and I'm a part of your September 28th Sunday service team. And we have a few opportunities, as Shirley Angelove calls them. Early Birds continues to meet Sunday mornings at 9:30 via Zoom. The link is in the weekly email or on the website. Our speaker for today is the lovely Donna Stryker. October speakers. Next week is Reverend Keith Giles. Then on the 12th is Reverend Sandy Scott. On the 19th, Reverend Randy Granger. And on 26th, Donna Stryker will be back. Our Thursday evening group continues to meet here or on Zoom at 7 o'clock. Get coordinates from Cleona or Edward. And since Edward's gone today, get coordinates from Cleona. Talking about Keith Giles, he will speak next week. He left the pulpit to follow Jesus and started a church where 100% of the offerings goes to the poor. He has written many books. Among them, Before You Lose Your Mind, a book about deconstructing bad theology in the church. And he'll be talking about the quantum sayings of Thomas next week. So that should be really a good and interesting, and he's a new speaker for us, so we're excited to have him. All right, there is a celebration of life service for James Smith, Edward's brother, next Sunday, October 5th at 2 p.m. here at Wellspring. All are invited to attend. Our October outing is the New Horizons Band Concert, Saturday, October 11th at 3 o'clock at Atkinson Recital Hall on NMSU campus. And we will have dinner at the Cattle Baron Restaurant following the concert. And we know who that artsy-fartsy picture there is. Okay. What is it, Paul Harvey would say, page 2? Our prayer team remains ready to serve you and support you. Please submit a request via our webpage or give it to Edward. Our prayer team meets virtually every Tuesday afternoons at 4:15 to pray with you. Please consider sitting in your quiet space during that time. We know we are one in spirit, and the energy of prayer knows limits. And now, we're ready for our invocation. Let's everybody take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Let's do that again, and when we release, let's release all the cares and worries of the past week. Take a deep breath in, hold, and release. As the vibrations of this wonderful bowl die, we know that we are all vibrating at a specific frequency, and that we are part of the eternal flow, and spirit is not always surrounding us, but always surrounding us and comes through us, because we are all vibrations, and the Holy Spirit and God, Mother, Father, Earth, Gaia, all vibrate. For this we give great thanks and acknowledge the fact that we had this wonderful rain, and hopefully it will placate the earth and give comfort to Mother Gaia. I release this, and so it is. Okay, now stand if you are able, and we are going to sing Down by the Riverside.
Remember that scene in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where everybody is, a large congregation, all wearing white gowns, and one by one are getting baptized down by the riverside. Let's see. 1, 2. I'll lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'll lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside and study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside and study war no more. I ain't gonna 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 study war no more. I gotta walk in the light of God down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna walk in the light of God down by the riverside and study war no more. I ain't gonna 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 study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna sing out a song of joy down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna sing out a song of joy down by the riverside. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Thank you, Edwin. Okay, you may be seated, and let us read together our vision, our mission, and our affirmation. Our vision: to elevate spiritual consciousness in our world. Our mission: to support individual spiritual quests through celebration, study, counsel, loving fellowship, and service. Our affirmation: I walk in harmony with the divine, allowing peace and wisdom to guide my journey. I trust in the unfolding of my path, knowing that all is well. Spirit expresses through me as clarity, strength, and unwavering faith. And so it is. And now it's my great privilege to welcome back our beloved Barry Shaw.
I just wanted to say this. First song I'm going to play is called For the Beauty of the Earth. Sometimes we can forget that every bit of this planet is just beautiful and all the people in it. So that's why I'm playing this song.
Thank you, Barry. That was lovely. I'm going to read a poem that I found on the internet. I don't know who wrote it, so I'm going to say anonymous wrote it. It's called Make a Difference. A chance to make a difference. I guess that's all I ask. To leave my mark on the world with every deed and task. So much goes unnoticed, yet it's the little things in life to humbly enjoy victory or move on in times of strife. Did I make a difference? Only you would know for sure. Sometimes it's the smallest things that truly do endure. If you want to make a difference, don't wait. Just do it now. You never want a chance to miss it. You never want to miss a chance to turn things upside down. So it gives me great pleasure to give you our speaker for today, Donna Stryker.
Good morning. Good morning. I am so excited. We're going to have so much fun. It is going to be so cool. I'm really excited to be here. We're going to do an honoring ceremony today, and it's called the Blue Ribbon Ceremony. You may have heard of it, you may not have. But before I get started, I'm going to read something from Celebrate Yourself. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just water. Just water. So, Eric Butterworth is a really amazing New Thought writer. And so I went to the apartment yesterday because that's where I put all my spiritual library. And I always wait until the last minute to pick what I'm going to say first. The talk is done. I know what I'm going to do. It's all good. But because I really do trust Spirit and God within me, I just wait until yesterday and I go to my spiritual library and I just pick out a book. And it was this one. I picked out 3 others, but I should have just stuck with the first one, because after I read through the other ones, I went, this is it. Celebrate yourself, because we're going to celebrate ourselves today, each and every one of us. As the universe rushes and streams into you from all sides, it is a veritable cosmic celebration of ecstasy. It could be said, and should be, that you are the universe celebrating itself as you. One wonders why many of us who seem to be intelligent persons let thoughts that corrode our minds blind us to the sheer thrill of living. The truly intelligent person is one who can grasp the fact that it is a curious experience to be alive. So curious, in fact, that it is madness not to sacrifice everything to get the full taste of being alive. Charles Fillmore said that life for each of us should be a journey in jubilance. This implies a willingness to let life be a constant experience of celebration. Thomas Carlyle had this in mind when he said, every day that is born into the world comes like a burst of music and rings the whole day through, and you make it a dance or a dirge or a life march, as you will. The word celebrate means to honor, and we're going to honor each and every one of you today. It does not imply dealing with something that is done as from the outside. Rather, it is giving a very special blessing to something within. In the true spirit of celebration, you are not just a loud laughter spectator, you are involved participant. You become a conscious channel for the cosmic flow. There's a wonderful book by a gentleman by the name of Edmund Rostand. He wrote the Chanticleer. And it's a really, really neat story about a rooster who crowed loudly every morning at sunrise. But he actually thought that he caused the sun to rise every morning. And it gave him a sense of significance. His life mattered. One morning he overslept. He rushed to his post atop the hen house, only to find the sun had already risen without him. His dream world collapsed as he realized his self-delusion. But then, to his mind came a great thought, equal to the wisdom of a sage. It may be that my crowing does not cause the sun to rise, but I can still awake to celebrate its rising. Walt Whitman has been mercilessly abused for his beautiful declaration, I celebrate myself. Few persons have understood that this was a conscious commitment to let the universe celebrate itself through him. It is the celebration consciousness, not looking forward to things, but looking forward from an inward flame of life. Take time to be still and listen to the best of your heart and feel the throb of your pulse. The universe is celebrating itself in you as an instrument in life. It is singing itself into your soul, saying you are alive, you are whole, and you are being healed and renewed in a constant rhapsody of life. Celebrate yourself. Say yes to life, to health, to renewal. Sing your song of wholeness. Is that not the best ever? Oh my God, I love him. So, in 1993, Harry and I had only been married a couple of years. I had started traveling to work with children and families of blind and visually impaired children. In 1993, Chicken Soup for the Soul, the very first Chicken Soup for the Soul, was published. Over 254 stories from around the world and the country. And in the end, it is still actually being published. They were for nurses and doctors and teachers and golfers and just regular folks. I was on a trip to Chicago to a conference, and I had picked up Chicken Soup for the Soul. I don't know why. I don't remember anything about that. Harry was holding down the fort, not only with my two children, but his two children, so he supported me for years because he makes a difference in my life, and he wanted me to be successful at what served my heart. I love to read. Nowadays, when you fly, you have your Kindle, your phone, your tablet. In 1993, none of that existed, so you had to have a book. Well, I had that book, and I just thought it was the greatest book ever. It was so positive and uplifting, and I devoured it. And because I was on a journey to learn how to help other people, the story literally changed one of many stories that have happened in my life. The story about the teacher that wanted to do something special for her students in the Chicken Soup for the Soul book. Well, that story changed a woman by the name of Halise Bridges' life dramatically. Halise has reached over 50 million people on the planet with Who You Are Makes a Difference. She was so committed to changing her own life and the life of others. But in 1979, at 37 years old, she had gone through divorce. She was hopeless. She was suicidal. And she needed something to turn her life around. And she turned it around by healing pain in other people, mostly children, teachers. But when she found the story about that I'm going to share with you this morning, she knew that she could change the world. One woman in San Diego with no computer reached 50 million people, and she continues to this day. This is a quote from one of her letters. "My deepest desire is that you will know who you are and why you were born and the difference you will make. You will not be alone. Instead, you will be part of a global team helping to unite humanity through the power of love for this generation and generations to come." The book had Halise's contact information in it because by then she'd already started Who You Are Makes a Difference. I called her. No computers, no email, no text. I called her when I got back from Chicago, and she answered the phone. And it became my journey to reach out to people in communities, schools, businesses, friends, and I believe I either shared it at Wellspring or my previous church. I became an ambassador for Halise. I'd already started my spiritual journey in late 1980s when I attended Peggy Bassett's church in Huntington Beach. And that's when I was first introduced to science of mind and religious science. I knew there was power to make powerful change in my own life and to help others find that ability within themselves. And I was speaking nationally, and I'd actually even spoken in Canada about how we came together as parents and teachers to help our children that were visually impaired. Because when you have a child that's born with a disability, not all parents, but a lot of us feel like we got on the wrong bus, we didn't get the destination we wanted, there's some hopelessness, fear, sadness. And then you have teachers who are wanting to help, but there could be some conflictions and some egos. And it was a very difficult time in the blindness field because the laws didn't support it. And so I'm thinking, how can I work with this? The Who You Are Makes a Difference ceremony that you'll see helped me reach out across those barriers. I believe that people need to know the truth of who they are. I need them to know how wonderful, inspiring, important, terrific they are and how they have made a difference in my life. And Halise and her organization made that possible. But then life took over. Bruce grew up. I didn't feel like I was needed to do that anymore, and I did my job, and okay, well, just going to let that go. I had done it here in town. I did it at the university. I did it for businesses, banks, Las Cruces school administration, and it was so empowering. But, you know, it was time to pass. But in the last few months of being welcomed by Wellspring to speak on a monthly basis, I knew I had to bring it back. You guys deserve this. Every one of you in this room, every one of you on Zoom, every one of you in this city, every one of you in this country makes a difference. Every single person. But we don't give ourselves credit for the little stuff. Because little stuff is big stuff. We are afraid to say, hey, look at me. I am special. I am smart. I am kind. I am important. I make a difference in people's lives. I make a difference in my pets' lives. Friends, strangers, relatives, employers, employees. but we never acknowledge our greatness. My generation, we were taught not to. It wasn't intentional, I don't think, but it was prideful, conceited. If we felt overly proud of ourselves, we shouldn't praise ourselves. We shouldn't pat ourselves on the back. We should just accept the status quo. Remember, I was raised Baptist, so that's a really not okay thing. But we're not supposed to herald our achievements. Why not? What's up with that? It's okay to say, I am important, I am special, I make a difference. And everybody is the same. We're all special, we all make a difference, we're all powerful, we're all amazing human beings, and we all contribute in some way, shape, or form every single day of our lives. But when we don't remember that, it makes it hard, because we think, I don't, especially as I'm getting older, what did I make a difference in? I made a lot of difference. And so did you, and 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 you. Every one of you has made a difference. Our music today, the readings, the poem that was so perfect, the technology, the Zoom, so that our friends near and far can see us, the planning for every service, the coffee made, the cream and sugar, the snacks lovingly brought, the clean bathrooms, the bills paid, so that all makes a difference so that we stay open. Each person who drove here to help participate, whether in the audience or to print the service on today. Every time Sharon uses her hands to heal someone, every time Judy comes up with beautiful new music, so chorale is amazing. Every time Trish has done her galas and touched hundreds and hundreds of people. Every time my husband makes the bed. Every time Shirley gazes into my eyes and gives me that love. Every time you do what you do. Every one of you makes a difference. You see where I'm going with this? But do you ever acknowledge it? Do you really? Remember I told you, look in the mirror. How many people looked in the mirror after last time? How many people? Because we don't think we're important, but you are. And I'm going to remind you of that today, ad nauseum, just so you know. But do you ever say, hey, I'm great. I did, you fill in the blank. Every one of you has blanks to fill in. It would fill pages, especially at our ages. You have lots and lots to be saying you made a difference. We were not taught to do this. And we were not allowed to give ourselves praise. And today you're going to hear the power of acknowledgement. And you're going to remember the truth of who you are. And hopefully in the days and weeks to come, when you look at your blue ribbons, you're going to remember how you felt. And you're going to give yourselves permission to say, who I am makes a difference. I'm going to tell you a story. The story that changed Halise and me and many, many others, millions. Now, as I say this story today, I want you to think about the power of acknowledgement and what it meant to the people in the story, which is a true story, and the power to change a significant life in one child's life. Are you ready? So, teacher in New York, seniors, I got to do something special. I've got to do something to say how wonderful they are. So she comes up with a blue ribbon. They weren't exactly like this, but let's say they were very similar. She calls each student up in front of the room and says, Sam, you made a difference in my life because you made me laugh and you made me think when I read your stories and you made me remember why I became a teacher. She did this for every student in her class. And she gave every student 3 ribbons and said, I challenge you to go out into your community. And I want you to honor someone. So you honor the first person. And then you tell them who you are makes a difference in my life because. and you tell them about this class, and you tell them what we're doing, and we're trying to reach out into our community, then you're going to give that person the next 2 ribbons. And we're going to pay it forward. Everybody agree? You bet. So there was a young man in her class. He loved this. He thought this was the best thing ever. He had been working with a young executive at a local marketing company who was helping him with his questionnaires and everything to get into college, which can be very daunting for a senior. So he calls and makes an appointment, and he goes and he's got his 3 ribbons, and he tells the story about his teacher and how everybody makes a difference. And he says to the young executive, you made a difference in my life because you took time with a high school senior away from your busy life and your career, and you helped me. And it made a huge difference in my life. And I would like to honor you. May I? And he puts the blue ribbon on the young executive shirt. And he hands him the other 2 ribbons and says, now you need to do this. Do you agree? Yes, I do. So the young executive worked for kind of a Mr. Grumpy Pants. Mr. Grumpy Pants wasn't, he was the boss, but he wasn't warm and fuzzy. He was kind of grumpy. The young executive calls his secretary, makes an appointment with Mr. Grumpy, and says, I would like to give you something today. Okay, what do you want to give me? You know, he was really grumpy. He gets the blue ribbon and says, I'm going to tell you a story about a teacher here in town. Tells the story, tells about the young boy, tells about the young executive, and he says, I would like to honor you, may I? And Mr. Grumpy Pants is like, okay. And he puts the blue ribbon on him. And he said, sir, you are a creative genius. You have changed my life. You have helped me in my work. I am so excited. And I just want to say that who you are makes a difference in my life. Thank you so much. Well, as you can imagine, Mr. Grumpy Pants didn't have a lot of people saying things like that to him. He was overwrought. He was overcome. He was happy. He remembered his truth and that he made a difference in someone's life. So he has more ribbon. And he's trying to think, who am I going to give it to? And he drives home. And he comes in the house. Son, are you here? And his son kind of shuffles up. Yeah, Dad, what do you want? I'm so excited. I have to tell you what happened to me today. And he tells him about the story, about the teacher and the young student and the young executive and what the young executive said to him. And he said, son, I'm driving home and I know I'm really hard on you and I know I'm not always here for you the way I should be. And I just want you to know you are the most important in my person in my life. You make a difference in my life. And the young boy starts sobbing uncontrollably. I mean, he's really distraught. And his father holds him and says, son, I'm so sorry. What did I do? I thought I was doing something nice. You make a difference in my life. And the young boy said, Dad, I was going to kill myself and now I don't have to. So, that is the difference that each and everybody can make in another person's life. And when I read the story on the plane, I'm bawling my eyes out. And every time I do this, I bawl my eyes out, but they're happy tears. They're good tears. That is the power of acknowledgement. This program has been in prisons. This program has been in very difficult parts of the country. And I'm thinking this country could use a little bit of this right now. What do you think? With all of the divisiveness. So what's going to happen is everybody in this room is going to get 3 ribbons. And I have extras. I want Irene to get some. I want whoever you want. I want Edward to get something. Mom, I'm going to send you and Sis some. Everybody's going to leave today with at least 3 ribbons. And you're going to also have a copy of the ceremony. And I'm going to talk to you about how that works. And what's great is there's not that very many of us, so we can just take the rest of the service to do this. We'll still sing and do the money stuff. But. So what's going to happen is, and I'm going to demonstrate. So Trish, there's a reason I wanted you here today. Trisha's a very good friend. And she's changed my life because of her galas with Eastern Star. She's been an Eastern Star for 56 years. Yeah, she was only 2 when she started. Eastern Star, she did a gala that we raised how much money? $24,000 the first year? And all that money went to an organization to support dogs for veterans that are suffering from PTSD, to help them for service dogs. And she did it not once, but twice. And she was the first Eastern Star that ever invited the public. They were like, oh, no, you're not an Eastern Star. But no, Trish said, I don't care. We're going to do it different, because that's who she is. Because who she is makes a difference in my life. Every time we have a glass of wine together, every time we eat together, may I honor you. And I love you very much. So does everybody got the hang of this? All right, I'm going to get some ribbons. Harry and I are going to pass out ribbons. So here's a couple more, because you got to give these out today. And I'm going to give you guys the ceremony. You ready for this? You're going to have to get up off your butts. You're going to have to talk to each other. You're going to have to honor each other. Isn't this more fun than me standing up there talking? They get 3 because they want to give it to the people also that they give ribbons to. All right. There you go, Miss Shirley. I think there's 3 there. Jean, I'm so sorry I didn't call you back. I forgot.
Call me back. What?
For the cake. July. Didn't you call me about my birthday?
Yeah, July.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Now, you guys are going to have to do this too, you know. I'm serious. You are. Everybody got ribbons? Everybody's got, oh, okay. Chris, I'm so excited you came today.
So am I.
All right, who needs ribbons? 16th. You got enough? And I got more. So what that means is you guys need to stand up and go talk to somebody. Now, Trish knows Chris and Trish knows Harry, so you're good. Are you ready? And I'm just going to keep doing this, and you guys better join me really quick here. Chris,
Yes.
you make a difference in my life because you make a difference in her life, and I love her.
I love her too.
And I think it's so special you came today. I am so excited you got to be here for this.
So am I. Thank you. Thank you for the invite.
I'm so glad you're here. Everybody's good? Okay. You can keep it. Edwin, who you are makes a difference in my life because you make sure, even though I never dress appropriately with pants, so you could put this thing on me, you make me sound good.
Oh, yes, I do.
Who you are makes a difference. All right, Miss Jean.
I already gave one of them.
I've got plenty more.
Okay.
Jean, who makes a difference in my life? I've known you for a long, long time. And you continue. We're still young and good looking. Because of your brilliance, your wisdom, your service to our country, you make a difference. Always.
Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. All right. And if you need more ribbons, you just see me.
You, Missy, you gotta have this one too. Because you have made a huge difference in a whole bunch of aspects of my life.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And you and mine as well. Thank you. Hi.
You make a difference.
I do?
You make a difference in my life. You are my life.
You make a difference
Couldn't
in
be
mine.
any better.
Okay, Miss Judy, who you are makes a difference in my life. I've known you for a long time, and you continue to make a difference. Your music, your wisdom, your spirit, your joy. I love you. Barry, oh my gosh, you make a difference in my life. Your music, your story, your friendship, telling me about your life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I didn't get Cleo and I didn't. You need some more? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay. Has everybody honored somebody?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Cleo. You make a difference in my life. Thank you so much for everything you do every Sunday, whether I'm here or not. Thank you. Thank you.
Years ago, when I was, are we on? Hope not. I was financially. And you gave me the greatest advice on, as a mortgage officer. What I was trying to do is do some essential repairs.
I remember.
Saving up a little of the time because I never wanted to be short on money. And I haven't.
Good.
You gave me great advice on, got me the smallest second that was possible in order to do all of that at once.
I remember.
That you really, really helped me. That was, I never thought as a retired military officer of high rank, I would ever have to face bankruptcy because for us it's considered a sin.
Oh, I know.
It's a sin. You just don't do that. It was horrible.
Well, thank you. Oh. I've got plenty. Go ahead.
Just general purposes.
And if you need some more of the little
But your
papers.
quiet advice, which I followed, and lack of judgment, of course, in the business you were in, shouldn't be, but there was lack of judgment.
Thank you.
That was a tough, horrible, horrible time.
Put these on the mirror
Okay.
and remember. Has everybody been honored? At least once. Okay, got one more to go and then we're going to go back to service. Here makes a difference in my life and has for many, many years, for many different reasons, at different times in my life. And I love you.
I don't know what you do.
Love you. All right. Did everybody get honored? Everybody's got ribbons. So you know what you're going to do now? When you get home today, you're going to take these ribbons off and you're going to put on the mirror and you're going to look in that dang mirror because I told you last time you need to look in the mirror and you need to remember the truth of who you are and your being. So does everybody remember who they are makes a difference?
Yes.
Are you good with that?
Yes.
Take it into the world. Harry, there's still ribbons, right? And you know what's funny? I didn't order these for today. Coincidentally, which I don't believe in coincidences, there were more than enough upstairs in my box so that I could have as many as we needed today and more. Please take it into the world, please. So this is from one of my favorite songs, and no, I'm not going to sing it, which is probably a good thing. I do have a great voice, but it's kind of funny today, like allergies or something. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams, you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through, no matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing. The dream that you wish will come true, No dream is too big for spirit. When you filled with faith, in dreams you begin your journey. Each thought is a step that you take. Be bold in your dreams, and someday your vision will come bursting through. No matter if your plans may stumble, with faith your doubts will crumble. The vision you hold will come true. Sam rewrote that very early on in Wellspring's history. I think it was the first year we started. And this was the prayer that he did that day, or the treatment. Beyond my limited self is my infinite self, the full magnificence of spirit. I awaken and I go to that place within and call forth that presence of love, creativity, and joy. Come alive in my being, my Holy One, my divine pattern. You are my ceaseless flow of certainty and wholeness. You are the one that leads me in the paths of right thinking and guides me to my greater good. You are my life, and so it is. Amen. Namaste. Should I do a prayer? A closing prayer? Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. What a privilege and an honor to be at Wellspring. Thank you for the most incredible beings in this room, each and every one who makes a difference. I am thankful for this place, this community. I'm thankful for every person who is here today, and I hope this is what they needed to hear today for them. And I hope that every person here today goes out into the world and claims their greatness and acknowledges that they make a difference and that they are special and wonderful, and share that message with whomever needs to hear it in their life today, because somebody out there does need to hear it today, and you have just the thing for them. Thank you, God. Thank you. And I know this is all to be true, and I just release it into the world, and so it is. Amen. Okay, Barry.
So I just wanted to talk about this next song just briefly. The song is a duet between the left hand and the right hand, but in the middle of the duet, you'll hear this pulse on the offbeat. And it's the heartbeat. And I think of this as a conversation between two people and their hearts beating at the same time. And also there's two passages that kind of go up chromatically, just a little bit. And that's like the blossoming or the opening or the realization to me. And when I play that on the piano, actually, I feel my mind opening when I do that part. So the song will mean different things to different people, but I just wanted to kind of put it in framework. And the song is by Sergei Rachmaninoff. It's called Canon.
Thank you, Barry. It's nice having a real pianist play that wonderful piano. Thank you. All right. I don't know. Put up the next slide. It's now time for our tithes, gifts, and offerings. Oh, was Sharon going to do it? Okay. Thank you, Sharon. We received these gifts, and the gifts we are about to receive through virtual giving, and we rejoice in the fact that we are part of the flow. This is not money. This is spirit flowing through us into the greater community, into the world, and into the cosmos. For this we give great thanks, and so it is. Thank you, Sharon. Somebody needs to, isn't there, we can figure this up later, right? Tighten the little screw or something, you know. Okay, thank you, people. Thank you, Cleona and Edwin and Brenda and the whole group here. Thank you, Barry, for the wonderful music and for the great message. Thank you so much. You know, we are all spirit expressing. So because we make a difference, spirit makes the difference too. So thank you, Donna, very much. All right, and we have coffee. Yes? Yes, you certainly may. You were going to come up here and have the microphone?
Just a minute. You don't need to move, my dear.
Okay.
In the spirit of making a difference, starting the first of the month, each month, we are going to have birthday cake as part of enhancing our Wellspring community, and it will celebrate the birthdays of everyone that month. But because we're starting next Sunday in October, that one is going to be for the whole past year. So we can catch up on all those folks who we haven't had the opportunity to tell them they do make a difference. And each of us make a difference, yes?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And I was just going to say, and today is Brenda's birthday, and I have a card which will be in the social hall, and we can all sign it. But so starting next, and then from the first Sunday from then on, there will be a cake to celebrate those birthdays, because we're all special. There you go.
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And, you know, this truly is a family. This truly is. And it's so warm and cozy. Okay. I digress. Coffee and conversation in the social hall. Zoomland, people can say hi to each other. There's Texas and Colorado, and who else? Las Cruces. Yeah, okay. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. All right, let us stand and say our benediction, followed by the peace song. Spirit in the midst of us is mighty. Joy, peace, and eternal life are our true nature and flow through us into the world, and so it is.